Now, on step 4 of designing our crane and actually getting it down to how we can build it is we had our drawings done. We completed our drawings. Just don't look at these right this second. We have our drawings done. Everything is designed the way we want it. Everything is done accurately. Now what we need to do is calculate the total amount of materials that we can use. We can only use certain amount of materials. In this right here, the maximum use of popsicle sticks is we get 360 inches. The max use of strips is 138 inches. That's 6 times 3. All right, and this is our popsicle sticks. So this is how we're going to calculate out using this formula up here. This is also provided in your packet with a demonstration right here on a little different design. So this is what you're going to be using to calculate your strips. Now I did this one right here so I didn't have to mess up my actual real crane drawing because I want to use it for future demonstrations also. Now if we have this right here, what we got to do here is this. Now it doesn't all fit just perfect on the screen, but that's all right. Now this is our jib, this is our mast, this is our counter jib, and this is the mast above there. Now first thing to do is we need to label. I just did letters here, and you could do numbers, you could do however you deem to label these, because when you are done calculating, you need to prove to me that you use less than the maximum amount of materials. Otherwise, you cannot build your crane. You're going to have to make some modifications. If we take a look, I just labeled this one A, this one A. I know it is a 4-sided crane. All right, I know that. And this one is B. So I don't need to label both of them because I know these are all B's. These are A's. C, if we take a look at C, I have C here and I have C here. D is this one going up through here. E is, if we take a look, E is this one from here and here. And F is this one going across. Now, these are the strips, not the popsicle sticks. Now, if we take a look at the popsicle sticks, I color-coded this so you can see it. This one and this one, this one and this one are all G. H is this one. Oh, excuse me. H is this one right here. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. These are all H's. I's are this one, this one, this one, this one, and you get the point all the ways across. Those are I's. So now, looking at the formula, we'll go back to this sheet. Now I suggest you do your calculating right on this paper. It makes it extremely easy to do this right here. Do it on your paper. But what I'm gonna do is, see, I have this separate sheet set up, and you can do this also too if that works for you. Just do it on a separate sheet of paper. It does not make any difference to me. Now the first thing in the formula says part name. And I gave them letters, but you can call them whatever you want. Now, what is the length of part A? All right, if we take a look, we're going to measure down to right here. It is 8 inches. Now, the formula says times. Now, remember when we had a discussion on laminating? All right, for A and B, our formula does not necessarily work very well, but for all the remaining parts, it works great. So A and B are one of those confusing things, but just Number of pieces, what is the total number of pieces that we have? If I write down 4, then I know it is a rectangle or a square. And B is the same way. If I write down 3, I would know that it's a triangle. All right? And I will know that when you bring it up to me. So number of sides, I'm only going to have 4 because they're going to be a rectangle. Equals, I'm going to add these up. Now B, remember the minimum was 14. So I'm looking at that. And now I'm going to go as 14 inches times, remember this is where the formula is goofy, times 4 equals 56. Now C, I got to go back to C, and I will measure that. C is 2 inches. So C is part length 2 times, how many C's do I have? 1, 2, since this is 4-sided, times 2 times the number of sides, right? Remember, I'm looking at the formula up here, equals 16. D, this is 2 inches. 2 times, now if I take a look at D again, I can visually see what this is. Don't I have a part going up, then it's going over and back down, all right? So how many, I can shorten the formula, how many really D's do I have? 1, 2, 3. So times 3 equals 6. E. Now I got to look at E, all right? What is the length of E? So I'm going to go the longest part. The longest part is 3 inches. 3 times, here's where you can modify the formula. Think about this. How many of these do I have coming down? All right? This is going to stand up like this. Then I'm going to have 2, 2. So how many do I have total? 1, 2, then on the other side, 3, 4. So I'm going to go times 4 equals 12. I got one more part. In here I have F. All right? F is 2.25, or it is 1/4. Equals, whoops, excuse me, times 4 equals 9 inches. So now we add all these up and it equals 131 inches. Now if we take a look down here, what's the max use? 138. This is good, isn't it? All right, I don't have to change my design and I'll alter it because I've proven that I use less materials than the maximum provides. Now we have another one to do. We have the popsicle sticks to do. All right, now I did color code this. G, what is the length of G? So I'm going to go long point to long point. It is 4.5. 4.5 times, how many G's do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, just in this one. So we're going times 4 times 4 sides equals 72 inches. Now we have H up here. So we take the measurement from H, which is 3 inches, because we're going up over the top. All right, we're going over the top. So H is 3 inches. 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember the ends are different. times 6 times 4 sides equals 72 inches also. Now we have I left. So what we're going to do is take the measurement from I, which is 4 inches. 4 inches times, how many I's do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. So we have 14 times 4 sides equals, what's it equal? 224 inches. Now, if we add these up, what we're going to do is this. What do we come up with? All right, we come up with 368 inches. Now, if we take a look at that, what's our maximum use? 360 inches, isn't it? What do we need to go back and do? We need to go back in and find where we either measured, or we are not calculating right, or we're going to have to go back in and redesign our crane to fit what we don't possibly need. Now, one possibility is maybe I could eliminate just one of these. By doing that, would that provide more than enough extra material to get under that minimum of 360? And this is where you would come back in your design and have to make some changes according to your design and how things are measuring out. So now, once you prove to me that you're using less than 360 and 138, once you prove that, then you will be given your crane kit. Then you can proceed on developing your crane. But remember, you need to stay under this and under that by making changes to your design if you're over those materials. Now, if you're under, which is perfectly fine, like I was on the 1 category, could I go back in at some point and use those extra inches to fix my design and make it better? Absolutely I could. I could use those wherever I wanted in the design of the crane. So it's up to you on how you want to use those extra materials. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.